Now, before we get started with this review, I just want to let you guys know that there is going to be a stream later on today to celebrate 300 subscribers, and I'm definitely going to be talking a lot more in detail about this movie, the direct that happened this weekend, Cloud, and a lot of the characters that were revealed and stuff like that. So I hope to see you guys there. Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Hoopa fans, and others who have some fun in this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today I have for you guys the Hoopa movie review. It's here. It's now. It's time. So first, I want to just let this out right now. There was a lot of things missing from the trailer. A lot of things missing. There's things that we saw, and there was too many things in there that were just not in the movie. Arceus didn't even show up till the end of the movie, which I just don't understand. And then even then, it wasn't really literally we saw Arceus for maybe 3-4 seconds. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, well, if Arceus had gotten involved, blah, blah. No. Arceus should have done something. And then, the whole thing where Hoopa would summon all the legendaries, and then the Hoopa Unbound would summon his legendaries. We didn't even get to see that interaction, because Hoopa only summoned, he summoned the little one. He summoned Lugia by itself the first time, who was fighting Hoopa Unbound in the nighttime. And then he got sent back to the freaking water by Hoopa Unbound. And then after that, he summoned Latios, and Rayquaza. So I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But that's all he summoned. And then Hoopa Unbound summoned Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, Kyurem, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. So, I don't know what the heck happened there. The Lottie twins went Mega, so did Rayquaza. But I wanted to see more. I wanted to see Lugia actually battling it with Groudon, and I wanted to see like I said, the big issue with this type of movie is that when you try to cram in all these legendaries in there, it's really hard to focus on a lot of them. We didn't even get to see Zekrom and Reshiram, except for in the beginning of the movie, and that was all part of a flashback. Or, well, I mean, not really a flashback, but the precursor to the actual, current storyline. So it's we didn't even get to see that interaction. So it's there was a lot of Pokemon missing here, and then a lot of, I just don't, I liked the movie, don't get me wrong. I did, it's at least better than the Diancie one, gosh damn. But I don't know. I felt like they just jammed in certain legendaries, and they weren't even, because they didn't even fight at all, because Latios were just avoiding everything, and Rayquaza was coming in random places and hitting somebody. So there wasn't really much of a fight. It was more like a chase sequence. I mean, I was like, oh, is this a freaking race movie now? Because it felt like nobody was. And there's a thing I have to say this real quick. How the heck did Ash know what moves they had? Because I don't know how the heck Ash knew. He knew what Latios had. He knew what Rayquaza had. I was like, what the heck is this? When the heck did Ash know what? And they were listening to him. I was like, what the heck? Who the heck listens to a random kid? But Hoopa was fine. His voice wasn't that terrible. I actually thought it was okay. Hoopa Unbound, the Digimon Genie. I swear that's what he looked like in this movie. He was a genie Digimon. He was the whole shadow thing, the possession. The Ash possession thing wasn't even that big. They made it sound like it was a big, important, big deal. Craziness. Nothing happened. Ash was being possessed, and then Hoopa talked to possessed Ash, and then that was it. The heck. And then, like I said, Arceus didn't even show up till the end of the movie, so it's Arceus didn't even get to fight anybody. In fact, they didn't do anything. He literally, the only thing Arceus did was make sure that everybody that was inside the building that was being destroyed by the rift in space and time were able to get out. And it wasn't even we didn't even get to see Arcee do that. We just saw the light coming from the heavens and just like going in between and encircling the area where the rest of the people that the guy character that was introduced here with Hoopa and Ash and like that area, just hold it so that it wouldn't close and destroy everything before they were to get out. That's literally it. And then we saw Arceus just there up in the sky floating, and then he just flew away. That's it. That's all we got from Arceus. Like, you're the god of all Pokemon, and you didn't really, think like, hey, maybe I should get involved here because like my people are over here. Dialga, Palkia, Giratina making a mess. And then I have freaking Mega Rayquaza just destroying buildings over here. So it's like, if I was him, I would have been like, yo, what the heck is going down here? And then I would have been like Judgment, just boom, 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 everybody. But no, we didn't get to see that. Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre creating a mess everywhere. By the way, Primal Kyogre can fly apparently. I don't know how that works. The two characters that were introduced here, I don't know their names, and I'm not gonna care. They were okay. They were not bad. The whole apparently they have mystical powers thing, I guess, was kind of cool. What else did I need to talk about? I liked the interaction between Ash and Hoopa. That was great. Team Rocket didn't actually do anything in this episode, or not this episode, this movie at all. Like, usually Team Rocket has something that gets them involved. I mean, the only thing they did was hijack the bottle and release Hoopa Unbound and then break it. Well, I mean, they didn't break it, but because Hoopa Unbound was released after them, after Meowth opened the bottle, it broke. So I guess I could say it's because of their fault. But that's it. That's all they did. And after that, they were just acting as one of the civilians trying to escape the chaos. So, the whole remaking of the bottle, I didn't get it. First off, they only talk about 3 elements when there's always 4 elements. There's wind, water, fire, earth. Well, the 4 elements. They missed air. They were like the 3 elements, fire, water, and earth. And I'm like, bruh. Obviously they said ground, but there's 4. There's always 4. So, I mean, if they were just like, oh, we don't have a flying type, which they did with Braviary, I don't get why they couldn't do 4 elements. I really don't. Ash is Frogadier, Serena's Braixen. For some reason, they needed Hippopotas for ground type, and I'm like, wait a minute, you have a Bunnelby that knows Mudshot. So, like, I don't get why you can't do that, I guess. Maybe because it's mud and not, like, actual earth or ground. I don't know. Because they had Hippopotas use sand attack, so it was like, I don't know. So it was like water pulse, flamethrower, sand attack, and then they, the 2 people in there just creating the bottom. And that was pretty much it. Like, I don't. The whole past thing was kind of cool. I like the backstory of Hoopa, and the first time he went on a rampage and how he freaking just battled Groudon and Kyogre and then just kidnapped Zekrom, Reshiram, and Regigigas, and I was like, whoa. By the way, Regigigas sounded weird for some reason. I don't know if it was just me or... And even Primal Kyogre sounded like a freaking dinosaur from like Jurassic Park or Godzilla for some weird reason. I don't know what the heck that was. Maybe that's what he sounded like in the Mega Evolution X. I can't really recall right now because I don't know, maybe they didn't showcase them like Primal Kyogre enough, but it sounded like a freaking dinosaur. So I don't know what their intention with that was. Palkia sounds just like he did back in the original movie. So did Dialga, and so did Giratina. Lugia sounded cool. Rayquaza sounded cool. The Lotties sound just like they did in the 4th movie, which I actually surprised. Or not the 4th movie, the 5th movie, which actually surprised me because those were different voice actors. But they sounded just the same, so that was cool. At least I was like, yay, the Lottie twins sound just like they used to. But overall, it was not a bad movie. I would definitely put it. I think it's the better of the most recent ones. So like before, the Zorak movie wasn't that good. The Mewtwo movie wasn't that good, and the Yancy movie wasn't that good. So you know, it was pretty good. It was good. I will say there was definitely a. I mean, it still lacked in certain areas, but that I did not expect this movie to be perfect. Um, I know that the next movie is the Zygarde Volcanion movie, and I can't wait to see how that's gonna go. I mean, we're still. I hope Yveltal and Xerneas do still show up because I still want that to be a thing. Yveltal, Xerneas, Zygarde, that needs to show up. Um, but I mean, overall, this movie wasn't bad. I have high hopes now with the next movie because they might actually be good. Um, let's just say, like, going into the movie, I had very low expectations just because of how it was being portrayed to be, like, just a massive legendary battle. And I just thought it was going to be terrible because I did not really think they knew how they were going to be able to handle that. And then they didn't even do that, so I guess that they did better than what I expected. Just wish I really wanted to see Lugia battle some of these people. That was messed up. Battling Hoopa Unbound and doing it work, and then all of a sudden gets sent back to the freaking other part of the world. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just salty because Lugia's my favorite Pokemon. Uh, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do not have a link for the movie, but if somebody would freely let me know, like send me a message, and then I will put it in the description. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.